So whenever the Super Bowl is in Vegas, Britney Spears. A Britney halftime show right now. Dad lets her off the fucking leash out of the cage in the basement. Britney Spears would burn it to the ground.
2024.
It's coming. She'll be free by 24.
Yeah.
She'll be free by 2024. Brady will be in it.
Yeah.
And Britney Spears, I mean, she fucking comes out with the snake and she does Toxic and she does the whole nine. And it's like, imagine if she just got free. Imagine, it's almost like Britney Spears like coming home from prison, you know? And then she does the Super Bowl.
I'd be very into that. Now, you watched the documentary recently.
Framing Britney Spears.
Did you enjoy it?
Of course. I mean, yeah. Enjoy is not the right word. It's maddening. It's fucking infuriating. It's weird. It's a weird doc. So they wanted to like have her in it, but not allowed.
Yeah.
So they were like the next best thing we could do was like show you how she was framed to look like this fucking lunatic. And so it's like looking at everything that happened to her in like the late 90s and early 2000s through the lens of 2021, where we have changed like all the rules, you know? So when, you know, the Me Too movement started and mental health became a thing and misogyny and all that, like, I mean, it's weird because we lived through it. I mean, I guess we were like her age almost, so it's like we weren't paying attention.
A little
really.
Younger, right?
I think a little, I think I'm like a year younger than her or something like that.
Like, I remember being like, well, that's a hot older girl. When,
yeah.
I
think I was probably like 14 when she was like 16 or something. But I mean, the interviews and shit that she used to go through are fucking bizarre. Like Ed McMahon asking her if she had a boyfriend when she was like 10 years old. There's some foreign reporter being like, "We must talk about your breasts. Are they real? What's up with your breasts?" And she's like, "My breasts, yeah, okay." And she just like answers.
Young?
At
There's
that
no
point,
age
she was like 17.
Question, but
Yeah. She's like 17 years old, and you got this guy being like, "We must talk about your breasts. Are they real? How are they?" And he's like, "You seem to always get angry when reporters bring up your breasts." Like,
so
fucking
let me do it real quick.
Yeah. And then like, I mean, what drove me crazy was Matt Lauer interviewing her, like, you know, handing out life lessons. Like, why would you do that? You're an unfit mother. Like, and then we look back on it. It's like, oh yeah, that guy's a fucking serial rapist, so he has no fucking say. And then it was also just more like, and this happens when you are in the public eye, so you can't really, like, sometimes it's like deal with it. But there was a Family Feud thing, and the category was name something Britney Spears has lost this year. And it was like, ding, her kids, ding, her fans, ding, her hair, ding, her mind. And everyone's just like, ah, ha, 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 ha. It's like, oh my God, we fucking ruined this girl. And then, like, we called her crazy.
Now, I have two questions here. Is the documentary, is the idea of it Free Britney, or is it just how we created someone who should be under a conservatorship? Because I have difference of opinion there. Where like I do think she is crazy. I do think it's entirely our fault. Like there are songs like Taylor Swift's "Mad Woman," where there's a line like, and when she say, you know, I forget, like, and when she acts crazy, you made her like that.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think like in regular life, there's a level of personal responsibility.
Yes.
Where like, look, yeah, we got in a fight. I didn't make you fucking crazy. We got in an argument. I might have lied. I might have done whatever.
Yeah. I'm not perfect, but I didn't, like, you can't.
Right. I haven't been fucking manipulating you in the national media for 15 years.
Right.
There's a difference there.
Huge.
So I do think we drove her crazy. I think she was horribly treated. All that stuff I completely agree with. I think we talked about Justin Timberlake a little bit. I tend to stand on his side if they're painting him as a villain.
They're not painting him as a villain. I think he when she was the cheater, I think that's when it all went downhill. So, like, it's not really, you know, she cheated on him. He's going to, like, get his revenge or whatever. I think he went, like, a step further by basically putting her in the music video of Cry Me a River, which is like, I mean, he have every right to respond, I guess, if you get cheated on. But that to me, I feel like is like a little bit like running up the score.
But
like, I don't think I would do that to somebody.
When people were like, "Oh, it's Britney Spears," because it's not actually her in the video,
right? It just looks exactly like her.
But like, I mean, didn't everyone know that song's about Britney Spears? It's a song he made right after he broke up because she cheated.
Yeah, I think that there's maybe a little bit though, like, you can kind of leave it open to interpretation, but then you do a video where it's like he's clowning this fucking, like, making this blonde girl who dresses exactly like Britney Spears look like a fucking asshole. It's
Yeah,
like, it was like a revenge shot. It was like, you know, he took his shot back at her, which you are entitled to do. But then she became like the villain in the media. So I don't know, it's like his fault, but it just was like the turning point where she went from like the like wholesome girl to being like, you dumb bitch, you like Diane Sawyer was like, you crushed Justin Timberlake, you broke his heart. Like, what did you do? Why did you do that? It's like, why do you fucking care so much about Justin Timberlake? It's like, Jesus Christ. It was almost like Diane Sawyer was like his mother or something. It was like fucking weird. It was just weird. Like everything was so like bizarrely harassing or interrogating or there was a moment where, and then she did go crazy. Like shaving the head is a wild move. I think some people actually speculate that was like she was gonna get drug tested through her hair. She wanted to get rid of it. But she, you know, there was like multiple 5150s where like
Smart.
the police, yeah, it is smart, right? But like, so she did go crazy, but it was more just like, yeah, no fucking kidding.
So they're not saying like she should be out of a conservatorship?
I actually didn't fully finish it, to be honest. So I think the end was where they really dove into the conservatorship. The ultimate thing with the conservatorship is like, is she crazy? Yes. Like, will she be like the perfect model citizen? Probably not.
Right.
But there's a fucking lot of those.
Yeah.
So like, let her make her own decisions,
Right.
and it's like, I don't even think she could blow all her money if she tried, because she's still working and still doing a Vegas residency.
And also,
and like,
you can blow all your money if you want.
that's the other thing. Yeah, it's like if she wants to fucking snort it up her nose, then like it's America, man. So that's where but there was a lawyer being like, there's a couple. There's a like a old family assistant who was speaking out. There's a lawyer who like Britney was like, I need you to be my lawyer to get me out of this conservatorship, and he was like denied counsel or whatever because the conservatorship doesn't allow her to pick her own lawyer. So he was the one being like, I was going to defend her in this case, and like here's like all of the things I was going to say, but I just wasn't allowed to. And then there was another lawyer who was like,
That seems like the game's really rigged there.
Yeah.
You can't choose your own lawyer.
I mean, that's like the number one thing in like right to a fair trial, right?
Yeah.
It's like she's not getting a fair shake. It's like, I need a lawyer to like prove why I don't need a lawyer. You know, it's like we are going to go in circles here. But there was another lawyer who was like, she said, never in my entire life have I seen a conservatorship terminated. So it's like, but that's also because like usually it happens when you're like 97 and then you die.
Yeah.
You know, it's like was she going to be in a conservatorship for the next 40 years?
Does a conservatorship mean that she can't have a phone or anything? Like, why doesn't she just have her dad killed?
It's a good question.
Right? Yeah, a lot of money. Just have your dad killed. You're backstage at your next concert in Vegas or whatever you do. Those fucking backup dancers aren't paid much,
Right?
And they're nimble as all hell.
They're like little ninjas.
They could sneak into a house.
Like Arya,
Easy.
stab him with the fucking.
No idea anyone's even there.
Yeah.
In fact,
I'll be
they'd
honest,
probably be too good at murdering, and people go, "This was a backup dancer."
There's a crazy Britney fan who would probably do it. You know?
Yeah.
You know,
Put on a yellow shirt if you want me to murder your dad.
not a bad idea. I'd probably murder for Britney.
Would you?
I mean, I would. Whoever.
Well, only if she fucking blew snow on my driveway.
You should have shut your fucking mouth. I think this might. The documentary is like popular. I don't think it's like massive though. She needs like a Netflix doc to really pop it off.
Yeah,
like Sarah Jessica Parker tweeted like Free Britney. Like there's some people gaining steam, but you need some like heavy duty celebrities. But like, what else is it gonna fucking take? Like the world knows this now. It's like it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
She's trapped in like the basement, and nothing. She's gonna stay that way forever. I think it's wild.
That's
It's
very
a
sad.
weird. It's very like, and I just think about like if there was comparing like eras. Like I was thinking, if there was like, say there was like a 45-year-old guy like in the media who was like made it like part of his career was like talk to popular teenagers and like pry into all their business and ask them about their relationships. Do like for like once a week for like an hour. If you like, we're just sit there and be like, so who are you fucking, and like, why did you break up, and why did you do this, and like harassing them about. I mean, how would that possibly go over? Like, how would that even be allowed? Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Zach's got it.
Zach's
got
it.
the
Yeah.
joke.
Thank you, Zach.
Go listen to the new episode of BFFs. No, but I was actually thinking about Charlie D'Amelio. Like she's like the same age as Britney now. Imagine if someone was talking to Charlie about her tits right now. people would be like, what the fuck was that interview? And instead, it was like everywhere Britney Spears went, they're like, oh, your tit's fake. Oh, your tit's fake. Are you fucking?
I remember like getting in like fifth grade, like getting in just, like recess circles, being like, "You see that performance at the VMAs last night? New boobs."
Right. when she came out with the "Oops, I Did It Again" video in the red leather, and it just had monster tits, or maybe she was just a child who was growing up.
Yeah, I love when people do that with like young stars now, like Kylie Jenner. Who
she looks totally different.
Probably has had work done, I'm sure.
Oh,
but you're posting
positive.
a picture of her as a 9-year-old.
Right.
Like she looks different.
And now she's like 22. Like, yeah, they're not going to look the same. All right, you're already laughing at one of the best clips of our shows. Now it's time for you to watch the full episode. So click here, subscribe to the full KFC radio show. You can watch entire episodes right here. You want more clips? Click here. Subscribe to both of them.
Hit the button too. Hit the bell.
Hit the bell and the button, and then the comment below.
Leave comments. Who else you think we should interview?
And how I'm funnier than John.
Maybe.